Conservative Not Bitter Indeed. You are listening to the home of Conservative Not Bitter Talk, and yes, I am your host, Todd Huff. You can email me, todd@toddhuffshow.com, facebook.com/Todd Huff Show if you want to watch the program live or on demand. Looking ahead of myself here as I'm scouring the stories that lie before us today. It's truly remarkable what we're looking at here. Here we are on the eve, the morning of the final debate between President Trump and Joe Biden, and we have more bad news for Team Biden. More bad news, candidly, for the United States of America. It is truly remarkable. Fox News has an exclusive story, laptop connected to Hunter Biden linked to FBI money laundering probe. Now, there's a lot of questions about this. A lot of questions. It is unclear, they say, at this point, whether the investigation is ongoing or if it was directly related to Hunter Biden. Story by Jake Gibson and Brooke Singman. So, basically, I'm gonna just read a bit of this to kind of, if you've not seen this yet this morning, this kind of sets the stage for what could be even bigger fireworks than we expected at tonight's debate. But here's what the article says. The FBI's subpoena of a laptop and hard drive purportedly belonging to Hunter Biden came in connection with a money laundering investigation in late 2019, according to documents obtained by Fox News and verified by multiple federal law enforcement officials who reviewed them. Now, it is worth noting that Fox is the one, first and foremost, that reports this. Now, this doesn't mean this. This could mean a lot. This could mean a lot. But again, the FBI subpoenaed this laptop specifically, Fox is now reporting, because it was connected with a money laundering investigation late last year. Now, just let that sink in. Money laundering. What is money laundering? Money laundering is when you're getting paid for something that you don't want people to know you're getting paid for. And so, as such, you take said money and you try to clean it so that it appears that it comes from a source that is both acceptable and legal. That is the intention of money laundering, and make it look like the way in which you obtained said money was through a legal process, something that was you're trying to clean off or wash off, metaphorically, any of the negatives associated with the inappropriate way that you raised it, that you earned it, if you will. You don't want people to see where it came from. It's akin, in this little analogy here, to wiping off fingerprints at the site of a crime scene, for example. It's to say we want to make it look like whatever we really didn't really happen, or it didn't include the person that's under the microscope, or they're just trying to make something look a way that it really isn't. So when you think about the charges, the allegations, the questions, when you look at Burisma, when you look at China, as Trump says, when you look at these things and you think about what this may potentially mean, here we are on the day of the final debates. It's just, and you think about this in comparison with 2016, and you want to say to yourself, here we go again. We have corruption, allegedly, corruption in the Democrat Party. We have electronic devices that are involved in some sort of an FBI investigation. Now, so far, we haven't found any hammers. Doesn't mean that they don't exist. Hammers used to destroy electronic devices. Joe and Hunter Biden have not gone out as of yet in front of the media wearing bright orange suits, as Hillary did back in 2016, saying that when asked if she wiped down a server, they haven't yet said, what do you mean with a cloth, or what do you mean? I mean, it's just the parallels here are unbelievable, really, if you think about it. But now we know even more about this, that the laptop was supposedly, according to the story from Fox, subpoenaed because of a money laundering investigation. Now, the article says it is unclear at this point whether the investigation is ongoing or if it was directly related to Hunter Biden. Multiple federal law enforcement officials, as well as 2 separate government officials, confirmed the authenticity of these documents, which were signed by FBI Special Agent Joshua Wilson. Wilson did not immediately respond to Fox News' request for comment. It goes through, and I mean, they lay out details. They lay out the details of what this paperwork shows us. There's the receipt of property form. There was the document has a case ID, which is filled in with a handwritten number. That number refers to, according to sources, money laundering, comma, unknown SUA, which means specified unlawful activity, white collar crime program. That's what the coding on the form means, according to sources. And it also indicates that it was opened in BA, which stands for the FBI's Baltimore field office. The documents state that the subpoena was carried out in Wilmington, Delaware, which falls under the jurisdiction of the FBI's Baltimore office, the article says. So, you look at the evidence that we see. There's so many memories that come back, folks. FBI, emails, inappropriate allegations made against, in 2016, it was the actual candidate. In 2020, it's the candidate's son, but it certainly may potentially implicate the candidate, Joe Biden, if you follow the money, or if you, read the emails and you see what's actually looking like is taking place, which somewhere in the emails it describes Biden as a currency. They're trading in the currency of Biden, this is absolutely relevant to this conversation as to who is prepared to be president of the United States. It's interesting. The left has made allegations against Donald Trump for a long time because Donald Trump has businesses, because he's wealthy and it's funny. They want to say both things. They want to say he's wealthy when they want to say how he doesn't relate or understand average Americans. But then in the next sentence, they want to say he's really not wealthy. He's pretending to be wealthy. He's a fraud and he's a fake. That's what they want you to believe. And so they, as with many things, they have kind of split personality disorder. But nonetheless, they have. It's just remarkable to me as I think about this. It is remarkable the parallels here between this and 2016, and it certainly matters that the potential president of the United States, God forbid, if it's Joe Biden, can be basically bought. Again, it reminds us of the Clinton Foundation and all that stuff, pay to play. All this stuff is right before us. The phrase drain the swamp comes to mind, right? And the things that they've accused Trump of may quite literally be happening with Team Biden, and there's now evidence. Subpoenaed computer. They want us to believe that this is a Russian disinformation act. Intelligence officials all over the place are saying there is no evidence of anything of the sort. But this is what you can get away with when you're on the left and in the media, because you fed the American people a phony narrative, a silly, ridiculous, nonsensical narrative for 4 years. You get to go back to that because you've almost put some Americans under some mindless hypnotic trance into believing that this stuff is really what's happening. Russia's somehow planted a computer, forged the signature of Hunter Biden, somehow gotten pictures of Hunter Biden onto this laptop, and, unleashed some massive disinformation campaign in the final weeks before the election. That's what they want you to believe. Intelligence officials have said there's absolutely no evidence of that. In fact, what this appears to be is simply what it seems to be. It seems to be that Hunter Biden, for some reason, drops off his laptop, doesn't pay for it or pick it up. The shop owner takes possession of it, begins to look at what's on there, and lo and behold, there's a treasure trove of information. Some things that we still don't even know everything on this laptop. Then we also find out that it's been subpoenaed by the FBI. I mean, this is remarkable stuff. It's so remarkable, in fact, that Biden has had to actually answer some questions a little bit about this. Now, he's dodged a lot of them, and he's not pushed too hard, but he's been asked about this more and more frequently. And here we are on the night of the morning of the day of the debate. Biden is getting ready for his last debate against Trump. Again, the narrative is that Biden has an insurmountable lead. Although it's funny, I got an email, again, because I've got friends that care enough about me to make sure I get emails from the likes of Joe Biden. They sign me up for these emails, and I keep getting them because I find it useful to look back at these and to reference these from time to time. But the email from Biden, Team Biden, says, I need you to ignore the polls. I'm trying to find it here. I just remember it came to me as I was talking there. But anyway, I'll see if I can find it during the break. But it tells the recipients of the email, ignore the polls. I need you to ignore the polls, which sounds like a weird thing to say if you are, in fact, guaranteed a victory. I mean, this is shaping up. And again, we have an election to get through. We got the whole issue of potential corruption and fraud, which the left acts like is an impossibility. Somehow, mail-in ballots can never be fraudulent. I mean, it's beyond silly to buy into these narratives, but that's what they're telling us. Zero evidence of fraud, even though the Heritage Foundation has listed 1,300 plus, or approximately 1,300 cases of actual voter fraud. The left says that it doesn't happen, and there's nothing to be afraid of. But we've got extended deadlines. We've got tight elections in swing states where a few thousand ballots here or there can make all the difference in the world. And we've got this issue to contend with tonight. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the debate because Trump's advisors are all worked up that they're trying to make sure he doesn't go after after Joe Biden with these allegations about Hunter. These allegations about Hunter and what we've seen, what's been reported and so forth. But I'm sure I hope President Trump goes with his gut here on this. I hope he goes with his gut. It is important for the American people to know this. Now, obviously, it can be, he's got to do a better job of, quote, giving Biden room to answer these questions, because Biden says things that sometimes make next to no sense at all. And so Americans need to see that way of thinking, or you could say his level of competency for being president of the United States. So he needs to give him room, but also I hope he presses him hard on this. I hope he makes sure that this comes up. Remember, this was supposed to be a debate about foreign policy. Again, it's going to be a repeat of what we saw a couple of weeks ago. So, shaping up to be quite the show tonight. The second and final debate, since they somehow sneaked out of having the second debate. They dodged that second debate bullet, but now they've got one more standing between them and Election Day. And they're not looking forward to this. If it was up to Team Biden, if they could have it their way, Biden would simply, go into seclusion. He would, and just wait until he was anointed king. They would continue attacking Trump, trying to discredit Trump and that sort of thing, demonizing Trump as they have for the past 4 years. And he would ride this thing out in his basement, just as any leader would do, right? Anyway, so debates tonight. We'll talk about that when we get back. Sit tight. You're listening to Conservative Not Bitter Talk. I am your host, Todd Huff, back here in just a minute.
Listen to Todd's show on your way to work, but want to hear more? Don't miss a beat. Visit toddhuffshow.com/listen to catch the program anytime, anywhere.
Did you know that there are 21,000 chimney fires annually? It's one of the reasons why it's so important to have a CSIA certified chimney technician clean and inspect your chimney every year. Keep your family safe by joining our 3-year sweep and inspection plan. And mention Todd to be entered to win $1,000 in cash. Contact Smalling Masonry, a Christian-owned business, at 317-903-8121 to learn more today.
Hi, this is Caleb with Gluff Plumbing. Does your home need some plumbing updates? Gluff Plumbing is your solution. We specialize in updating old plumbing, everything from water heaters to well pumps, to underground leaks and everything that has to do with water entering and leaving the home, including water and sewer main excavations. We pride ourselves on old-fashioned customer service. Call Gluff Plumbing at 765-721-6789 or visit gluffplumbing.com. That's GLUFF plumbing.com. Call us today.
Our sense of smell stimulates memory and emotion. A scent can seemingly transport us to another place in time. Homemade, hand-poured candles and melts from spur-of-the-moment creations will give your nose the experience the rest of your body is missing during any season of the year. Crackling firewood, fresh-cut grass, Macintosh apple, and even racing fuel are some of their over 200 engaging fragrances. Visit spurofthemomentcreations.com and enter coupon code TODD at checkout to receive 15% off your order today.
Healthcare is expensive and complicated. Did you know that as a Christian business owner, it is possible to provide access to affordable health benefits for your employees? Remodel Health has helped employers across the United States save over $22 million in the past 3 years. Our innovative approach allows your employees to have the health benefits they need at a cost you can afford. Go to remodelhealth.com/Todd to help your employees find the health care they deserve. Remodel Health. Rethink employee health benefits.
Ever wondered what shooting a real machine gun feels like? At Indie Trading Post, you can have an awesome and safe shooting experience in our family-friendly environment. Firing a weapon on full auto is something you will always remember. Schedule some range time today and let Indie Trading Post give you the real machine gun shooting experience. We guarantee you'll have a blast. Give us a call at 317-782-4867 or schedule your range time at fullautoindy.com.
Wallace Construction is a family-owned business with 45 years experience in asphalt, concrete, and seal coating. At Wallace Construction, our wide variety of experience and top-notch customer service have helped us build a strong reputation in Central Indiana. But we don't rest on that reputation. We build it, one job at a time. If you have an upcoming project, call us at 317-422-5356. That's Wallace Construction, 317-422-5356, and ask for Richard or Roger.
Hi, this is Kenton with Christian Community Connect. We're a network of business professionals that are committed to living out our faith in the marketplace by preferring one another in love while serving everyone. With online listings at $27 per month, if you're a Christian in business, committed to treating others as you would want to be treated, we would love to include you. Check our reviews and sign up at ChristianCommunityConnect.com.
Corin Homes is expanding their 55-plus community. Briar Creek is the only senior manufactured home community in Indianapolis featuring Indiana-built homes. Floor plans and finishes starting at $75,000. Enjoy affordable style with the charm of a residential neighborhood. Located minutes from I-465 in Fort Harrison State Park. Corin Homes, family-owned and operated since 1955. Check us out at COHRONhomes.com. Mention the Todd Huff Show and receive a $1,000 discount on your new home.
welcome back. Okay, now indulge me for a moment here. I have wanted to play this for a while. Now I'm going to tell you, I found this on, I don't know, it's on Instagram. I think I may have found it on Twitter. I don't know where I found it, but it's an actual Instagram post from a video from a absolutely deranged, I mean, this individual needs help. She needs help. And she is rage. I don't even think rage is I don't know. What is a word that's more intense than rage? Rage and fury. That's what, as we're getting ready for this debate tonight, you know, the Democrats, they are rethinking, or they are remembering, I should say, 2016. They are remembering what happened. They are remembering the feelings of certainty. They are remembering the polls. They are remembering the promises of a Hillary Clinton campaign. They looked back in the history. They found even missing parts of Nostradamus' writings and found that in 2016, it was the year that America was to have a first female president. Forget that Nostradamus said the world was supposed to end in 2012. I mean, they found the equivalent in their minds of documents of Nostradamus that said 2016 is the year. They were certain of this. It was time. The universe had spoken, and Hillary would be coronated ruler over the United States of America, making all things just and right and perfect and just complete harmony. The universe would just be humming along. Again, the water levels would have continued to recede under Hillary Clinton because the universe would know that a liberal was in power of the United States and it could rest and be at peace with America. And so that didn't happen. That's a newsflash to some people. Trump is your president. I don't care where you are. I don't care where you live. I don't care what you post on social media. Trump is your president. You don't have to agree with him. You don't have to like him. And if you follow the media, or if you think like this woman here, now Oz is concerned that, I'm just going to tell you, you may have to adjust your audio levels on your radio. I'm going to do my best here to control this because she is deranged, and she is screaming isn't even the word. I don't even know how to describe this. But I want to play this because as we talk about the debate, as we look at where we stand in this election, here we are less than 2 weeks out from Election Day. When you look at all of this and you realize that in spite of the incessant, nonstop hatred and vitriol that's been spewed against President Trump, when you look at the negative coverage, the attacks, the impeachment, all the allegations against President Trump, it's almost like he's made of Teflon. They just bounce off of him because now, it's not a guaranteed thing. But again, as I said yesterday, I do like how this map shapes up for him. Folks, if he wins Florida and North Carolina and Arizona and keeps pretty much what he won in 2016, he only has to win one of the following states: Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, or Pennsylvania, or he could pick up Nevada. See, I did it just like how Trump said it there. Nevada and New Hampshire. He would only those states minus the ones I said he just needed to win one of. Those states, if he wins those, puts him at 260. He only has to pick up 10 electoral votes. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying Biden would then have to win all of those. Biden would have to win all those. Now, if Biden wins Florida, it's a game changer, but at the same time, there's still a path for Trump if he picks up Pennsylvania and, say, Michigan. I don't want to go through all the scenarios, but the point is, it's not supposed to be this way. And so it feeds into the fury and the rage and the just complete insanity of the left. And this is how they think. This is how they think they're going to persuade you to vote against President Trump. So be ready. This is a screaming lunatic. And I'm going to do my best to keep this down. But this will entertain you. It may also hurt your ears. So I'm going to do my best. Here we go.
I'm terrified. Listen to me, Republicans. Listen. You are the people in history they warned us about.
Mm-hmm.
They warned us about people like you.
Yikes.
Pay attention.
Okay.
We're losing our democracy.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up.
Yikes.
Wake up.
I don't even, what in the world? Now, folks, I'm going to tell you, the idea of that there's a possibility of a Biden, please forgive me, a Harris-Biden administration coupled with a Democrat Senate, coupled with a Democrat House of Representatives. I mean, it makes me tremble for my country. It makes me very, I don't like that. I don't want that to be the case. I love my country, and I don't like what they have told us. Sometimes they don't even tell us, but the things that they've told us and the things that we can ascertain about their plans, objectives, agenda, I don't like that. I don't want that to happen. We will fight vigorously against that on this program as best we can, because this nation needs to return back to her historical roots, back to liberty and limited government and freedom and the Declaration and the Constitution, not towards utopian promises and taxation, government control, big government, all this sort of stuff, which is what the left is promising us. Now, Biden doesn't necessarily, he doesn't want you to believe he's a radical leftist because he's trying to pick up the moderate vote, the swing voters in states like Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Minnesota, those places. But I don't know anybody that would act like this. What on earth? There is something really wrong here in this scenario. And so when they look at this, when they see Hunter Biden, I'm not sure what this lady's latest video is. If she's done a video since the Hunter Biden, the latest news on the Hunter Biden laptop and the subpoena and the investigation. Here we go. The family or the individual running for president, once again, his family, someone either directly himself or, in this case, his son, is under investigation. That's what's fueling this. This lady's telling us to wake up and to pay attention. Well, the problem is we are paying attention. Deranged, unhinged, angry, full of rage lady on Instagram. This is exactly what we're doing. And it's exactly why I do this show. It's why you pay attention. It's why you are engaged. It's why you try to persuade your friends and family. It's why you seek out the truth. We are paying attention. We haven't been put into a trance by the incessant, nonstop negative coverage against this president, these baseless allegations of his being a dictator and a fascist and a totalitarian and this kind of stuff. Instead, we've paid attention and we've looked at what he's done and what he's trying to do and how he's returned more money to the American taxpayer, how he has reduced bureaucracy and regulation, how he has unleashed the power of the American economy, not by making it happen himself, but instead by giving people more confidence, by making people freer, by putting less restrictions on the government, by lifting that boot that Obama placed upon the neck of the economy. Remember that they said that the new normal of GDP growth was 1% to 2% or some such thing. All those things, we realize how wrong they were when you actually implement policies that make a difference. We have been paying attention, and we're going to pay attention tonight as well when Trump and Biden face off on the stage. So talk about that quickly. Also, later in the program, I'm going to talk a little bit. I don't know, for those of you, I don't talk local politics much, but I did watch the debate, the governor debate here in Indiana. I watched that last night, even though it took place on Tuesday. I watched that, and I wanted to share some thoughts about that, as well as I will be talking with Libertarian candidate for governor Donald Rainwater after the program this morning, and welcome your thoughts on what questions you would like to hear him asked, you could share those on the Huff hotline, 317-455-5250, 317-455-5250, or you can always email me those as well, todd@toddhuffshow.com. Quick timeout is in order. Sit tight. Be back here in just a minute.
Is it possible to be a fan of the show if you don't have the gear to prove it? Why not be safe and remove all doubt? Shop for official merchandise at toddhuffshow.com/shop today.
If you own a rental property, you know the hassles of marketing, renting, collecting, and the handling of maintenance and repairs. One call to Zuluscape can put an end to your property management headaches. Zuluscape has over 20 years of experience helping landlords throughout central Indiana and taking the stress out of owning a rental. From A to Z, let Zuluscape handle it all so you can enjoy owning a rental instead of hating being a landlord. Give us a call at 317-663-8485 or visit our website at Zuluscape.com.
There's a lot going on in the world today, and with so much going on, it's sometimes hard to maintain balance. Jesus said in John 16:33, "In this world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world." I'm Pastor Jeff Floyd of the Martinsville First Church of the Nazarene. To experience how life can be better with Jesus, come worship at M1 Church at 10 a.m. this Sunday, 1609 John R. Wooden Drive in Martinsville, or catch our live stream service on Facebook at M1 Church. For more information, visit m1nazarene.org. Have a great day today in Jesus.
Our partner, Global Plasma Solutions, has published ionization testing results that demonstrate a 99.4% reduction rate on a SARS-CoV-2 COVID-19 surface strain within 30 minutes. This is the first instance that an air purification company has effectively neutralized SARS-CoV-2. Commercial Service Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is installing this solution in businesses and homes in South Central Indiana. Get your free information kit at commercialservice.com/info. Commercial Service, commercial-grade service for your home.
Would you like to save 20% or more on your insurance? Let AIA and Avon do a free comparison for you. As an independent agent, we can find savings that fit your needs and budget. We work for you, not the insurance companies. Whether your insurance need is big or small, give AIA a call, 317-718-1747, or find out what we can do for you at AIA4lowrates.com.
Business leaders, are your employees satisfied with their jobs? Do they enjoy coming to work and feel valued? Workforce Chaplains can help. Locally owned, we work with organizations to provide holistic care to their employees. I'm Marcus Schrader, President of Workforce Chaplains, and we offer your team a 24/7 support system that positively affects your company's culture and productivity. With our personalized pricing and diverse support system, we handle the issues that you wish you had time for. To learn more, visit us at workforcechaplains.com.
As a listener of this program, I have no doubt that you embrace the value of hard work, honesty, and integrity. And when you have the opportunity to work with a company that fully embraces and shares these values, I'm sure you jump at it. Economy Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing is just that type of company in Central Indiana. Jeff and Jod Woods have a team of professional technicians here to help tune up your furnace or install a quality new train system. And they're also here to fix those nasty plumbing problems that seem to happen at the absolute worst time. So the next time you have a plumbing, heating, or cooling need, give the good folks at Economy Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing a call. Call 317-831-5279. That's 317-831-5279. Or visit economyheatingandair.com.
Does your business have a plan for social media marketing? Are you reaching the right audiences through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and the list goes on? Are you learning from the data? Jarbo can help. Our team doesn't just come in and tell you how to be successful. We help you execute and measure your sales and marketing efforts. Give us a call at 317-834-6560 or visit us online at jarbomarketing.com. That's jarbomarketing.com. Make social media work for you.
Welcome back. So tonight's debate, which first of all, are you watching it? And by the way, what I'm thinking during the break is that at that lunatic on Instagram and her very persuasive argument as to how she can get us to wake up and apparently to vote for Joe Biden and to save our democracy. You know, it's remarkable. There's just so many things that stand out to me from that. But if the idea that a bunch of people thinking like this lady are trying to convince us in the value of quote unquote a democracy. By the way, this is why the founders did not institute a pure democracy in America. They had the foresight to see, they didn't understand Instagram was coming, but they understood that there are people that are ruled by emotion, and they didn't want to have the tyranny of the majority or the minority. They wanted to respect and protect the rights of the individual while still having majority rule without one becoming too powerful, or to have this complete unhinged emotion making people's influencing people's decisions in a direct, pure democracy. So crazy stuff to listen to. But as you think about that, as you think about the context of tonight's debate, as you think about the Hunter Biden emails, a laptop and subpoena and all this stuff that now we're still finding out, we're still figuring out because, well, for lots of reasons, but one of which the media has no interest in telling us this stuff. But what do you Trump, it's been reported that Trump is going to unleash an attack. This is in justthenews.com. Trump debate strategy is to pummel Biden on corruption. That's what he is being reported. That's what he's going to do tonight. And again, I think that that he should. I know that this is something that people get a little bit hesitant about. But this isn't just an attack on Biden because his son was misbehaving. This is an attack on what Biden may have been doing in office, the corruption of a guy that's been in Washington, D.C. for 47 years. I don't care that he got his mansion on deep discount because it was in terrible condition back in whenever that was, the 70s or 80s or whatever, as people are saying on social media, as has been reported by those in the media. They're reminding us that he didn't just go out and buy that for $100 million or whatever it's worth. No, he bought it. He actually bought it really cheap, and apparently they've fixed it up over time. But the question still remains: how does a guy who's committed his life to quote unquote public service, how does he become as wealthy as he is? How? By the way, you know something else that hasn't been reported? I remember this back from 2008. I looked this back up the other day. Do you know that in 2008, when Biden was running again in 2008 for president, do you know that he and his wife, I think the 10-year average for personal charitable contributions based upon their own tax returns, what they turned in to show the American people just how great they were at, personal revenues and all this sort of stuff. Their tax returns, which is apparently supposed to tell us all sorts of things about a person, which is apparently the business, I guess, of the American people, which I just reject that. He wants to share it, fine. But it's not really anyone's business, and I'm not sure what you're going to find out from tax returns anyway. But be that as it may, Biden and his wife over I think it was 10-year period had averaged something like $300 and some odd in charitable contributions. $300 and some odd, folks, per year, not per month, per year. And yet they lecture us on how America is not doing enough to care for those who need help. And I think, hello, that's exactly how you do it. In fact, you should probably look, now it's your money, you can keep it all if you want, but don't lecture us about not caring about people when you donated an average of $300 and some odd per year for 10 years. How in the world, in what universe is that even remotely close to logical and compatible, that statement and that donation? How are those things even in the same universe? Well, it's not. But again, there's no pushback. There's no consequence if you're a Democrat in the media today. The Democrat Party, as I've said for a long time, this is not a new phenomenon. Democrat Party is effectively the PR arm, the marketing firm of the Democrat, the media. The media is the PR firm of the Democrat Party. Pure and simple. It has been that way for a long time. It didn't just happen here recently. This is who they are. Journalism, by and large, is dead. So we'll see where this goes tonight. Trump in the debate, Biden in the debate. Will Trump go after him? Will the muted microphone stop some of this crosstalk? Will Trump give Biden, quote, room to give answers to these questions? Will Trump press him on these scandals? Will he point out the corruption? Will he remind the American people what this election is really about? I hope and pray that he does. We have two diametrically opposed ideologies on the ballot. That is what's in this election. Coupled with corruption, coupled with lifetime politician, coupled with all sorts of insane radical leftist ideology and agenda items. That is what's on this election. Not Donald J. Trump's tweets, not how mad the media is that Hillary Clinton isn't president. This is about something much more fundamental than that. I hope the president's able to frame it as that tonight. I hope he's able to expose Biden. I hope he's able to press him hard. And I hope the American people see this candidate, Joe Biden, for what he actually is. And I've got to take a break. I want to come back and share some thoughts on the Indiana governor's debate that took place here Tuesday night. When we get back, sit tight, be back in just a minute.
Looking to make a conservative, not bitter fashion statement? Check out our apparel online, including brand new items, at toddhuffshow.com/shop today.
Anxiety, depression, relationship problems, past trauma. Problems rarely get better when given time. Care to Change Counseling can help. Our professionals combined evidence-based care models with scripture to get you on the path to a productive life. We are here to help you make the changes you need for a healthier, happier you. Take that brave step today. Call Care to Change at 317-790-9396 or visit caretochange.org.
All right, here we go. $100 down, $200 $300.
I went to my first firearms auction a few years ago. It was hosted by TJ Freege, one of my good friends from high school, who is a champion auctioneer and one of the best in the business. In spite of objections from liberal legislators, I walked away with a .22 rifle and a few boxes of ammunition. And I had a great afternoon with my grandpa that I won't soon forget. If you've ever wondered what treasure you could find in an auction, visit FreegeAuctioneers.com and take a look at their upcoming Central Indiana auction schedule. That's Freege, Freije, auctioneers.com. Visit FreegeAuctioneers.com.
Hi, I'm TJ Freege, owner and lead auctioneer at Freege & Freege Auctions and Marketing. I invite you to come see the power of live auctions. It's fast, it's fun, it's transparent, and it's the absolute best way to ensure you get fair market value for your asset today. Get results, go auction.
Our word can't be diluted because we are taught that a promise is a commitment in which you always follow through. No ifs, ands, or buts. So every time you walk through Greg Hubler Chevrolet doors, you can count on the advice and expertise we provide you. Because when we make a promise, we keep it. Greg Hubler Chevrolet. Promise kept. Visit GregHublerChevy.com. Find new roads.
Are you one of the growing number of Hoosiers who are concerned about higher taxes, increased spending, and massive debt? So am I. I'm Donald Rainwater, the Libertarian candidate for governor of the state of Indiana. I believe that all Hoosier businesses provide the necessities of life to their owners and employees, and that all Hoosiers are essential. As your governor, I will safeguard your rights to life, liberty, property, and the pursuit of happiness as defined by you, not the government. To learn more, go to rainwaterforindiana.com. We need better government, not bigger government. My name's Donald Rainwater, and I approve this message. Paid for by Rainwater for Indiana.
This is the sound of your typical do-it-yourselfer in completely over his head.
For heating, plumbing,
and electrical done right.
Call Mr. Quick. Call Mr. Quick. Dial the number, spell the words. For on time.
We all know having health insurance doesn't always equal health care. That's why at Freedom HealthWorks, we believe the key to maintaining good health is based on a straightforward, personal relationship with your physician. With our direct doctor-patient relationship model, we remove your healthcare middleman and replace him with transparent pricing and incentive to call your doctor at the first sign of illness. So if you're ready to experience real care from a doctor that really cares about you, go to freedomhealthworks.com and learn more about the benefits of our direct primary care model. Freedom HealthWorks. Be treated better.
Public service announcement here. I know you've been dying to know. Mitt Romney did not vote for President Trump. He's voted early, shared that he has not voted for President Trump. So just wanted to share that very, very important information with you in case you hadn't already heard it. But anyway, I do want to talk about what's happening here. And I know we have listeners all around the country, even the world for that matter, on a podcast. So I don't talk much about local stuff, but I do think it matters. And there was a debate here in the state of Indiana for governor between three candidates: the incumbent Eric Holcomb, Republican, the Democrat Woody Myers, and the Libertarian Donald Rainwater. Now I want to say Donald Rainwater is an advertiser on this program. He has been sharing his message. He's paid for that airtime. I don't really endorse candidates, definitely not in the primary process, but I definitely think that the ideas and the beliefs expressed by Donald Rainwater need to be accepted by more and more people, and that if we the things that I've spoken with Donald Rainwater about regarding the role of government, I think would be an incredible step forward for this state if we actually began to govern like that. Now, I watched the debate. I watched it last night. Actually, there was a point I just listened to it. I watched some of it. I had the video pulled up on my phone. I was listening and was watching, but mostly listening. And I have to tell you, what I heard was, first of all, Woody Myers sounds like a radical leftist using talking points and nonsensical rhetoric and saying things that make about as much sense as something I would have heard from Nancy Pelosi. That guy, is even worse than I expected. Again, not having followed this very closely. Governor Holcomb, who I'm, again, sure he's a nice guy, but what I hear from Holcomb is one of the things that I don't like about politics in general. And it is just how there's a bunch of words that's being said, but no idea is really being shared. It's just a bunch of, well, thank you for this, and I got to give a shout out to this group, and oh my goodness, the Hoosiers are coming together. I just applaud Hoosiers for this and that. And I think, what in the world? The question wasn't even answered, right? So I feel like it's political speak. I feel like it's not leadership. And again, I don't want to come out as a guy I'm not against Holcomb. To me, the biggest concern is whether or not we don't want Woody Myers as governor, plain and simple. But I have to say this, in my estimation, if you go back and watch this debate, if you have, I think Donald Rainwater completely annihilated these guys. Of course, Woody Myers was talking about fantasy world, liberal, made-up, make-believe fantasy nonsense. Holcomb was talking political speak, and Rainwater was talking about principles and ideas and things that should excite the average conservative. Now, again, I'm actually going to talk with Donald Rainwater today, a little bit later after this program. So if you have things that you want me to ask him, you can share those on our Facebook page, email me, or call the Huff hotline. But I just wanted to share that. This is, again, normally libertarians are around 5%. One poll shows him at 24%, has showed him recently at 24% back in, I think, September. So just wanted to share that here, and we'll get more into that tomorrow, but I've got to take a break. You're listening to Conservative Not Better Talk. I'm your host, Todd Huff. Back in just a minute.
Like what you hear on Todd's show? Why not get more by signing up for Todd's free Semi-Sweet Morsels of Truth newsletter? To subscribe, visit toddhuffshow.com/subscribe or text HUFF to 31996.
Did you know that there are 21,000 chimney fires annually? It's one of the reasons why it's so important to have a CSIA certified chimney technician clean and inspect your chimney every year. Keep your family safe by joining our 3-year sweep and inspection plan. And mention Todd to be entered to win $1,000 in cash. Contact Smalling Masonry, a Christian-owned business, at 317-903-8121 to learn more today.
What if your bank treated you like a person instead of an account number? What if you could sit across from the person you are opening an account with or requesting a loan from and have an actual conversation? You may be thinking, Todd, that's crazy talk. Well, not at Citizens Bank. Come visit them in Monrovia and meet Nick Gibson, their new branch manager, and the rest of their staff. Or give them a call at 317-831-0110. Citizens Bank is an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Have you seen the price of custom cabinetry and countertops lately? If you're looking for quality, affordable remodels, call Carriage House Woodworking. Our helpful professionals will walk you through every step of the process. We're offering a free sink base with qualifying purchases. Just enter CHWEINC.com/Todd or call 317-406-3042. Call Carriage House Woodworking. You won't have to spend your kids' inheritance just to upgrade your kitchen.
All your life, you've planned and taken care of the people you love. They always knew you had a plan. Taking care of your final wishes will give them one final gift. Buying your headstones direct through Thomas Monument saves your loved ones additional stress during a difficult time and saves money by cutting out the middleman. Call 317-244-6525 or go online to thomasmonument.com to understand why families have trusted us since 1962.
Seems like just yesterday that you couldn't find a quiet place to think in your home. Now all the kids have flown the nest and you find yourself wondering what to do with all of that extra space. This is Bruce of Bruce Richardson Realty. My team and I understand that life changes, and so do your home needs. So whether you're downsizing or upsizing, give us a call at 317-507-3285. Let us help you find the best fit for your residential or your commercial property needs. 317-507-3285.
The compassion of Christ. It's living life connecting to the broken and messy world. It's not simply walking down the street and dropping a quarter in someone's bucket. It's been perverted by Satan from biblical compassion to feeling sorry for, and sympathy isn't where God wants us to live. It's connecting to broken people in our daily life. Living the compassion of Christ.
Hi, this is Caleb with Gluff Plumbing. Does your home need some plumbing updates? Gluff Plumbing is your solution. We specialize in updating old plumbing, everything from water heaters to well pumps, to underground leaks and everything that has to do with water entering and leaving the home, including water and sewer main excavations. We pride ourselves on old-fashioned customer service. Call Gluff Plumbing at 765-721-6789 or visit gluffplumbing.com. That's GLUFF plumbing.com. Call us today.
Welcome back, folks. Again, debate tonight. Yesterday, I don't know if you saw this or not, but Obama was where? Obama is in Pennsylvania. Pay attention to where these folks are today, where they're campaigning. He's in Pennsylvania, a state that many want you to believe is locked up for Joe Biden. It reminds me of where he was on the eve of the election in 2016. He and Michelle and Bill and Hillary were all in Pennsylvania, where they eventually lost. Not predicting it, but certainly could happen again. Have a great day. STGC tomorrow. Take care.
You rely on your vehicle every day. It's not a member of the family, but you spend as much time with it as most family members. You wouldn't take your family to just any doctor, so don't trust your vehicle to just any repair service. At Raymond's Auto and Truck Repair in Plainfield, we have well-trained, caring technicians that have the expertise to get you back on the road. For 25 years, we've been servicing personal, commercial, and fleet vehicles. Give us a call at 317-838-7112 for the car service you deserve.
Hi, I'm Daniel Elliott, Chairman of the Morgan County Republican Party. I'm excited that Hoosier Republicans and conservatives are eager to re-elect President Trump. But as you know, this ideological battle we're fighting runs all the way up and down the ballot. That's why I'm asking you to vote Republican from the very top of your ballot all the way down to the bottom of your ballot. Every election is important, and we must win as many of these elections as possible to ensure that we defend our liberties through constitutional limited government. We need your vote down the ballot for conservatives like Indiana Senator Rod Bray from District 37 and Morgan County Coroner Mike Ellis. If you love liberty and the Constitution, I'm asking you to join conservatives all across the Hoosier State and vote Republican all the way down the ballot. This ad is paid for by the Morgan County Republican Party.
Geothermal tax credits are back, making this the perfect time to install a new Climate Master geothermal system. Take advantage of this limited time 26% tax credit and begin cutting your heating and cooling bills immediately. Visit indianageothermal.com/info to get your free Climate Master information kit or call 317-829-1490. Visit indianageothermal.com/info or call 317-829-1490. Geothermal, it's cheaper than you think.
Hi, this is Kenton with Christian.